Welcome to our video exploring the top 10 countries poised to rise on the global stage by 2030. From economic powerhouses to emerging innovators, these nations are leveraging unique strengths to challenge the dominance of superpowers like the United States and China. Join us as we dive into their dynamic economies, strategic advantages, and the hurdles they face in reshaping the global order. Get ready for an insightful journey into the future of global influence. 10. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia's vast oil wealth and ambitious reforms under Vision initiatives aim to diversify its economy into technology, tourism, and renewable energy, enhancing its global profile. Its religious significance and regional influence in the Middle East add strategic weight, but heavy reliance on oil and human rights concerns limit its broader appeal. Militarily, it remains a regional player with limited global reach, and technological innovation is still emerging. To elevate its status, Saudi Arabia must accelerate diversification, invest in education and innovation, and address international criticisms to expand its soft power. While its resources and reforms offer a path to greater influence, surpassing the United States or China requires sustained economic transformation and a broader strategic footprint beyond the Middle East. 9. Philippines. The Philippines' young and growing population, combined with a thriving business process outsourcing sector, drives its economic potential, while its strategic location in Southeast Asia bolsters its role in ASEAN. Cultural exports and a global diaspora add soft power, but infrastructure deficits, corruption, and vulnerability to natural disasters hinder progress. The Philippines' military is modest, and technological innovation remains underdeveloped, limiting its global influence. To compete on a larger stage, it must invest in infrastructure, improve governance, and foster domestic industries like technology and manufacturing. While its demographic and geographic advantages provide a foundation for growth, surpassing major powers requires overcoming significant structural challenges and building a more resilient economy capable of projecting influence beyond the region. 8. South Korea. South Korea's technological leadership, driven by global giants like Samsung and LG, and its cultural soft power through K-pop and entertainment give it outsized global influence. Its advanced economy excels in AI, semiconductors, and innovation, supported by a highly educated workforce. However, a small population and heavy reliance on exports limit its scale, while its military depends on U.S. alliances, constraining strategic autonomy. South Korea's ability to challenge superpowers is restricted by its size and geopolitical dependencies, despite its economic and cultural strengths. To enhance its global standing, it must diversify its economy, reduce reliance on external markets, and invest in next-generation technologies. While a leader in niche sectors, South Korea faces significant challenges in matching the comprehensive power of larger nations. 7. Turkey. Turkey's unique position bridging Europe and Asia, combined with a diversified economy spanning manufacturing, tourism, and agriculture, drives its regional influence. Its advanced military, particularly in drone technology, strengthens its strategic role in the Middle East and beyond. However, political authoritarianism, economic volatility, and regional conflicts undermine its global ambitions. Turkey's technological innovation lags behind leading powers, and diplomatic tensions with Western and regional players limit its influence. To rise further, Turkey must stabilize its economy, foster technological advancements, and navigate its complex geopolitical environment more effectively. While its strategic location and military capabilities offer significant advantages, surpassing the United States or China requires overcoming internal political challenges and building a more robust and innovative economic base to compete on a global scale. 6. Brazil. Brazil's vast natural resources, including agriculture and mining, and its large domestic market underpin its economic potential, while its role in BRICS amplifies its diplomatic influence. Its cultural exports, from samba to soccer, enhance global soft power. However, political instability, environmental controversies surrounding deforestation, and weak industrial output limit its ability to compete with global giants. Brazil's military and technological capabilities are modest, positioning it as a regional rather than a global superpower. To elevate its standing, Brazil must stabilize its political landscape, invest in sustainable development, and bolster innovation in high-tech sectors. While its resource wealth and regional leadership provide a strong foundation, surpassing the United States or China requires addressing systemic inefficiencies and leveraging its assets to build a more diversified and globally competitive economy. 5. Vietnam. Vietnam's export-oriented economy, driven by manufacturing and electronics, thrives on a disciplined workforce and strategic trade agreements like RCEP, positioning it as a rising star in Asia. Its geographic location attracts significant foreign investment, enhancing its regional influence. However, a relatively small population and heavy reliance on exports make it vulnerable to global market fluctuations, while limited military power and nascent technological innovation restrict its global reach. Vietnam's growth depends on sustaining economic reforms, improving infrastructure, and navigating complex relations with larger neighbors like China. While it excels as a manufacturing hub, Vietnam's ability to challenge superpowers is constrained by its scale and strategic dependencies. By investing in education, technology, and domestic industries, Vietnam could solidify its regional role but faces significant hurdles in matching the global dominance of leading powers. 4. Mexico. Mexico's proximity to the United States and strong trade ties through agreements like NAFTA fuel its economic growth, with manufacturing and energy sectors as key drivers. Its young workforce and abundant natural resources provide a solid foundation for expansion, while cultural influence through cuisine and media adds soft power. However, rampant cartel violence, corruption, and heavy dependence on U.S. markets limit its global aspirations. Mexico's military and technological capabilities are modest, preventing it from rivaling top powers. To elevate its status, Mexico must address security challenges, diversify its economy, and invest in innovation to reduce reliance on external markets. While it holds potential to become a significant regional player, surpassing the United States or China requires overcoming deep-rooted structural issues and building a more robust and independent economic and political presence. 3. Nigeria. Nigeria's large and dynamic population, coupled with its substantial oil reserves, positions it as a potential economic powerhouse in Africa, with a vibrant cultural influence extending across the continent. Its entrepreneurial spirit and global diaspora add to its economic and soft power potential. However, persistent political instability, widespread corruption, and security issues, including insurgencies, severely hamper its progress. Nigeria's over-reliance on oil exports limits economic diversification, while its military and technological capabilities are insufficient to challenge global leaders. To rise beyond regional influence, Nigeria must strengthen governance, invest in infrastructure, and develop non-oil sectors like technology and manufacturing. While its demographic and resource advantages offer a foundation for growth, Nigeria's ability to compete with superpowers hinges on overcoming internal challenges and building a more resilient and diversified economic and political framework. 2. Indonesia. Indonesia's strategic location straddling Asia and Australia, combined with a youthful population, fuels its economic ascent, with strengths in natural resources like nickel and palm oil driving trade. As a pivotal member of ASEAN, it wields significant regional influence, supported by a growing manufacturing sector. However, governance challenges, including corruption and inconsistent policies, alongside reliance on commodity exports, limit its ability to compete with global giants. Indonesia's military capabilities and technological innovation remain underdeveloped, constraining its global reach. To elevate its status, Indonesia must capitalize on its demographic dividend, improve infrastructure, and diversify its economy beyond raw materials. By fostering stability and investing in education and technology, Indonesia could strengthen its position as a regional powerhouse, though surpassing the United States or China requires overcoming significant structural and strategic hurdles. 1. India. India's vast population and rapidly growing economy make it a formidable contender on the global stage, with a thriving tech sector and increasing geopolitical influence through strategic alliances like the Quad. Its youthful workforce and expansive consumer market drive economic momentum, while advancements in space exploration and defense bolster its strategic presence. However, challenges such as inadequate infrastructure, bureaucratic inefficiencies, and persistent social inequalities could slow its rise, preventing it from fully matching the economic or military dominance of the United States or China. India's cultural soft power, from Bollywood to yoga, enhances its global appeal, and its diplomatic ability to navigate between Eastern and Western powers provides unique leverage. To sustain its upward trajectory and challenge the leading superpowers, India must prioritize innovation, streamline governance, and address internal disparities to fully realize its potential as a global leader.